Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to some more Neophyte. It's gotten some updates, so let's check them out. There's a lot more starting spells. I think last time it was just Burst, Fireball, and Power Fist, but now we've got Ravage, Lash, and Ignite. Unless those were in the game last time and I missed it. I don't know. Either way, channel to summon a Mouth Familiar that bites enemies in front of you. That sounds fun. How do we... There. Alright, cool. What's our next one? I like the idea of going for summons. So what do we have? Channel damage, fire primary, lightning, storm spear. It says summon a spear, but I think it's not actually a summon. This is a summon. Summon? 8 seconds, attacks the nearest enemy within a little while. My only fear is that all of these aren't going to work together. I have no idea. Well, whatever. Going to apparition. We'll just make this. Oh, so it just summons a chompy mouth next to me. Okay. Hopefully this is fine. How do we get out of here? Oh no, we just press E. We are here already. We cannot go anywhere. Alright. I was hoping the chompy mouth would be like an actual minion or something, but yeah, I'm just gonna consume. Yum 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 yum. Okay, this is actually kind of funny. Yeah, I'll just toss some ghosts at things while I'm running around. Why not? I really like Neophyte. It's one of those, like, weird games that I'm not actually sure if it really got the, if it got really the audience recognition that it deserves. It's one of those, like, really fun little roguelikes with a lot of cool build variety and just fun things to play around with. It plays kind of like a Bullet Heaven, but not quite. Maximum bonus life equal to my maximum mana. Sure. Let's snag that. 6 power ain't bad. Enemies within 3.5 tiles have reduced movement speed and reduced attack speed. That's not bad. 30% critical hit damage and critical spell damage. So, more crit damage and critical spell damage knocks enemies back, or bonus power equal to 10% of your maximum mana. We're gonna go for that, seeing as stacking maximum mana, it seems to be a good idea. I'm gonna snag the power, but we're gonna re-roll this, because I'm hoping for maximum mana. Alas, no dice. Whatever, I'll keep working on it. Because yeah, if I can scale a bunch of my stats based off of my maximum mana, both power and extra health, that seems like a really good idea. Ah, spiders. That seems like a really good idea. Hopefully there's some interesting spell modifications for these summons, because I think that would be kind of fun. And the mouth? I feel like if I could make the mouth bigger, that'd do the trick. It does seem to kind of mess things up. Ooh. They got me with a chompy. Oh well. Oh right, there's like bombs or something. I don't know, it's been a little while and I've forgotten the grand scheme, or I've forgotten a lot of the finer points of this game. And that's okay too. I think there was just a unit type that just summoned spiders. Alright. So, Force Wall. I was gonna say Sushi, but I know that's not that. Whenever you cast a defensive spell, all damage you take is reduced. Bonus maximum life and life regen as long as you have an arcane spell equipped. So that's not actually a bad idea. Critical hits ignite enemies, dealing power fire damage per second. I like the arcane insight, just because we have 2. Mana, cooldown speed. And crit chance. 5% crit chance isn't terrible. But I think I'm just gonna re-roll all of these, see what I get. Life regen, critical damage, range resistance. Guess I'll go for the crit damage, and the crit chance, and ghost form. Sure. It's not my favorite, we'll get more options. I just want to stack my maximum mana, man. I will admit, I think I kind of wish I had, I kind of wish I had gone for that lightning move. Because there was like a lightning lash and like explosive pillars. The Hungry Mouth is kind of fun, but channeling spells are kind of tough in this one just because it locks you in place. Though I will admit the mouth is very good for chomping through large crowds. I'm just afraid that, oh right, there is a dash. I can't forget that. There we go. I've got plenty of lifesteal, so it's not like I need to worry too much. Yeah, I don't know. I'll make it work until I probably inevitably lose here. The first region is fine, but once we start getting into, like, boss fights and the harder enemies, this is probably gonna fall apart on me a little bit. Oh well, we'll see. Who knows, I might get a more interesting thing. Or we go, like, super crit and just wreck stuff. Ooh, this is new. Spirit attacks instead do lightning damage to all enemies. Or, what is this? Used to skip rune. Fear enemies. Okay. Attacks instead deal lightning damage to all enemies within 2.5 tiles. You know, actually, I think that might be the trick. Ooh, deal life regen. Okay, this is tough. Critical hits ignite enemies, because it does seem like I'm getting a lot of crit. What is my current life regen? It's not that good. Yeah, so I would do... Oh, it's 10 times life regen. Arcane damage per second. Yeah, let's go for it. Max life, life regen. Or crit damage, kind of. But yeah, let's just re-roll these. Mana regen and movement speed. Alright, I guess I'll take it. The extra movement speed is, I think, good when channeling. And yeah, entropy is just always solid. Especially if I can get a lot of... Okay. Yeah, those zappy ghosts, I think, have just changed the name of the game on this one. I do have to figure out if the zap ghosts are still arcane or if they're kind of their own thing. It also looks like they're barking at my enemies, which is kind of amusing. I mean, they definitely seem to do a fair bit of damage. Okay, I am being hounded. Yeah, you keep barking, dog. Alright, let's grab that health. Ooh. Entropy can crit. I'll keep that in mind. And yeah, let's just chuck some ghosts into this midst. Because maybe that's the real trick. Instead of trying to munch mouth, which just slows me down and is slightly awkward, if I just get a bunch of bark ghosts... to go after them instead. That might not be a bad idea, actually. I like the spell modification, Black Hole. Me likey. Okay, don't care about attack speed too much. 6.5% bonus mana regen. Tempting. Yeah, let's grab that. There's our max mana. Looking for that. We don't need the attack speed. I guess I'll take the crit damage. I'll have to work on my crit value a bit, but... Summon Borkers. Get him, dag. Alright, and then we've got this guy, who's always slightly obnoxious. Okay. What if we just toss a black hole there and then just fill it with ghosts? I don't think it actually is that practical. It's probably better that I just tactfully just summon ghosts in various places. I've got a really high mana regen too, so yeah, that doesn't seem like the worst idea. Ow. Whatever. I've got plenty of regen, nothing can touch me. The Warden's a bit of a stinker, but whatever. My main goal is to just delete his minions. I guess they seem to be kind of endless here. Unfortunately, there's no, like, performance-based gameplay potential. Like, how would I describe it? In some roguelikes, you get extra resources based on, how well you're doing. Ow, that hurt a bit. Okay, I will give credit where credit is due. Munchmouth does way more damage. I am dying, but that's fine. Just get up in there. Chuck a couple of Borkers at him. It's fine. What are you gonna do? Get through my wall of dog? You can't do it. No one can. Yeah, they do just bark him to death. Man, relatable. I've had bad experiences with extraordinarily barky dogs. Alright, and let's see what kind of treasure we get out of this one. Some life regen is always good. Chance to evade damage is good. Ooh. Black holes only last for 2 seconds, but explode. I kind of like that. I don't like Devour that much. Yeah, so let's go for the black hole. Grab the regen. Mana costs are reduced. I mean, that's not terrible. More damage to enemies within a short range. Don't care too much for blur. And efficiency. Efficiency is slightly tempting because that means I can summon more apparitions. But let's see what else I can get. Oh. You have 3 times life regen % bonus move and attack speeds. Well, I guess I'm gonna grab Backstab because I have no choice. And yeah, let's grab Vigor. And max mana. I got a 1 second. Bonus power equal to 10% of my maximum mana. That's what it was. Which is quite useful. It's not like a huge amount, but still. Get 'em, Borkers. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I like that. And yeah, with all of my extra regen, I should be in a pretty good position. Let's just give them something fun to play with. Oh boy. And yeah, if I scale that thing's power. Okay, so I was originally kind of ho-hum on this. However, especially because of that black hole, we're in kind of this nice position. We're chipping a lot of enemies down. But my AoE is good, and I can kind of just slack. It is a Minion Master build, slash like a really slow burn nuker build. Where I can then go full munch, if need be. A question, is this still... No, it is no longer arcane. Black hole is, though. Oh. Whenever you spend mana, you heal for 10% of mana life. That's not bad. Casting basic spells heals, eh. Dashing, eh. Sumo. Next spell you cast also deals 250% max life damage. I mean, Sumo is great. We might as well grab that. Let's grab the crit chance. Do we want... Lash? Yeah, I think I'll grab it. Because no matter what, we'll still have an arcane. Okay, Lash is really cool. Yeah, do I want Essence Shift? You know what? I'm gonna do Essence Shift and Sumo. And we want the... That crit chance is tempting. But I think I'm gonna keep working on life regen. Because this isn't, like, aggressively... Oh. Lash is stupidly good? It definitely slows me down a little bit. Which is a bit of an issue. But that range, though... Alright, let's just... give him some fun things. Okay, do I have another? No, I don't quite yet. There's a black hole. And being able to just kind of black hole into in a direction. I guess, in retrospect, Sumo is not as good as it could have been. Mainly just because I'm not actually going for a melee build. I like it, it's good for clearing the trash that decides to give me the hug of unfriendliness. But it's not actually as good as I was hoping it would be. Oh well, works. And yeah, we don't... I think Lash is better than Hungry Mouth in this one. That's a weird move description. Okay, so that's cooldown speed, range resistance, don't care for those. Enemies feared by this spell take extra damage while feared. Summons a ghost familiar that walks towards enemies' direction, fearing nearby enemies. What does it even do? That's not a terrible idea. Yeah, let's grab Haunt. Also keeps us in arcane. Cooldown speed, I mean, I guess. That wouldn't be terrible. Because I would be able to black hole way more often. What's my cooldown? 18%, 150. Yeah. Oh, now here's the tough one. The more cooldown, what is the cooldown now? 5 seconds. Because I could go for more cooldown speed. Or max mana. Because max mana gets me bonus maximum life and power. Yeah, I guess that's not actually as good as I would have liked it to be. Melee resistance, but I don't really like any of the defensive stats. I usually just go for pure beef. Because health is universal, melee and ranged resistance is not. Yeah, wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to just go hard on the cooldown reduction. Aha! I'm not actually sure if that can hit me. It probably can't, but I trust nothing at this point. Aha! Is definitely an eclectic build. I can effectively just hot swap between like different spells depending on how I'm feeling, and each and every one of them actually seems to have enough oomph to do what I need it to do. No, I've definitely seen those frogs before. The frogs are the ones that spoot the poison bubbles. Wow, that's a pronunciation I don't think I've ever pulled off before. Honestly, it's not that outlandish compared to some of the things I've said over the years. There was a very brief period of time where I started saying shite, not realizing that, you know, that's just shit in German, I think? Or is the very Scottish pronunciation. Let's see, Solar Beam, no thank you. Dash, no. Let's see, casting spells restores mana, no. Bonus maximum mana, oh. Bonus max mana and cooldown speed as long as you have a lightning spell equipped. Yes, I do in fact. So lightning insight is really good for me, and let's just re-roll the rest of these, because I care not for them. Excessive force, bonus critical damage, and critical spell knocks enemies back. Power Fist, which we don't care about. Ranged resistance, don't care about either. Mana regen, that cooldown speed, though. But I'm going to keep going for the maximum mana, just because. There we go. But my parents had to very awkwardly explain to me what the heck swearing was. Because I think up until that point, I had no idea. You know, just kind of one of those sheltered-y, kind of sheltered kid things. I mean, like, I knew there were bad words, but I didn't really understand the concept of it. You know, there are words you're not supposed to say. And, like, also a couple of pseudo-taboo things. Like, I definitely remember, oh gosh, what was it? I mean, really just, like, bathroom stuff and whatnot. It's like, don't talk about that. Okay, that makes sense. It's gross anyway. And then you hit middle school and everybody's just like, ah! We can freely talk about gross things now. And then just, it was gross. I was kind of better at it beforehand. I really like these Bork ghosts. Like, they're not quite as good as the Black Hole Turbo Nuke. But credit where credit is due. They clear groups. Black Hole definitely does the lion's share, though. Let's just scoot through. And maybe attack speed actually would have been a good idea. I don't know if that affects how fast my summoning of the bark ghosts. Like how fast that is, though. There we go. Oh, fools. Yeah. I don't have to worry about my own explosives. That could have been a worry. Well, am I playing on a really easy difficulty? I might be. Apprentice out towards enemies at the tip, dealing damage to more enemies. Spell now deals fire damage. It's not bad. So what do we even have? We've got Arcane, Arcane again, Lightning, and then Lightning again. But yeah, I could do Hydra. Hail Hydra. All damage you deal is increased by 20%. Eh. Chance to evade damage. Eh. Well, actually, Heavy Hitter isn't the worst idea. I think I could do better, though. Every 10 mana you spend shocks a random enemy within 6 tiles, dealing a decent chunk of damage. I like that. The bonus crit chance is okay, but I can get that from stats. Lay mines as you move. They'll last up to 8 seconds and explode on contact. I think I'm gonna go for Conduit. Okay, let's go for the life regen. And the crit chance, and yeah, this seems like a good setup. Oh, that's fun to look at. Okay, I know the boss is in here. So let's just get Borky. You cannot escape Barktown. That is illegal. If I have to put up with this, then so do you. I actually don't have to anymore. Nobody around me really has a whole lot of dogs. I pass by some when I'm out on a walk. But that's about kind of the upper limit of it, which is nice. Okay, wow. Yeah, Hydra kind of, whoosh. That's a good spell. I really like these spell modifications. Like, that very much was one of the big things that this game desperately needed. It was just the ability to play with your spells a little bit to do more interesting things. And I think they've succeeded. There we go. Let's just clean up crew. I'm a little disappointed to see that there doesn't seem to be any upgrades that specifically apply to, like, AoE size. Because, boy, if I could make this black hole bigger, I would be a happy camper. Now, is this the final region? Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, other thing to love about this game, the runs are short. Starfall. I don't know if I care. Go for the critical chance. Bonus power, bonus critical damage, attack speed. Nah. 15% bonus power as long as there are 2 different elements among your spells. 30% for 3 different elements. Yeah. That's a 30% power bonus. That's big. Electric field. I could get rid of ghost form for it. I mean, I have no choice in this case. Okay, can't reroll anymore. That cooldown speed... crit chance or cooldown speed? These are tough. Cooldown speed. I want to be able to blitz these out. Every 4 seconds. Yeah, that should be pretty good. And let's grab the electric field. Because I think... Oh, yes. Okay, it does exactly what I was hoping it would do. Because my entire goal here, to some degree, is to just lay down some big AoEs. Just to wreck whoever. I guess we don't have the ghost form to get away, but I don't know if that's an issue. Because yeah, I can just toss these down, and they're big enough that they more or less just womp everything else. still a little weird. Still a little weird. It's still a little hard to hit the enemies here. Unlike the last one where all of the enemies were kind of coming out of the same locations, here it's a little bit more spread out because I think they just spawn. But on the flip side, I don't think it matters, and I've got plenty of regen. It's definitely a strange build. Most of my previous ones rely heavily on like auto attacks or getting up close and personal. And this one is very much like, hey, but what if I wasn't here? Reactive. Field no longer deals damage per second. Instead, whenever you spend mana, you deal lightning damage to enemies in the field. That's not terrible. That's really good? Probably. Casting or channeling lightning spells grants you bonus mana regen and movement speed for... Ooh. Okay. So this would give me, what, 5 power? Some amount of maximum life. Didn't I have something that scaled based off of maximum life too? Oh yeah, heal for... No, that's mana spent life. Oh, Sumo. Sumo scales off of maximum life. Because this one means I effectively have infinite mana regen. I think I'm gonna go for Lightning Invocation. Grab that life regen. We do not care for that. That's even worse, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, that does a decent chunk of damage. It's a little bit harder to manage. But with my current mana counts, it's not too bad. It definitely means I can kind of line up for a particularly strong hit. If I want to. Or I die. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think it was just a little bit too much management is the issue. I did reasonably well, all things considered. Oh, we already had Potion Guzzler. Oh, that's kind of neat. That's unfortunate. I want to do another run. However, I've got a bit of a headache. I've been out all day. My power went out, and so I was just like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go outside and touch trees? Bushes? Flowers, really. So I think I'm just going to put this one out as is and come back to this again in some amount of time. Neophyte remains one of my absolute favorite kind of busted build, sort of bullet heavens. It's not quite a bullet heaven. It doesn't have all of the same bells and whistles. It almost like rises above in its own way. And that's something I absolutely adore and want to see more of. Luckily, it's still getting updates, so I guess I'm looking forward to whatever the next one's going to be. But I might come back for some more, like, sooner than later. But for now, at least, if you guys want to pick this game up, it's like $5 on Steam. If you haven't heard of it before, if you haven't seen it before, if you haven't picked it up, highly recommended. Oh no, it's not even $5, it's $3. Cripes. This is like almost one of those Steam starter pack games. It's like, oh, you like roguelikes, get Neophyte. Doesn't even matter if it's on sale. Alright. With all that said, though, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know, and if you're not already subscribed and you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.